Hi everyone, this is Ian Michael Black. So a lot of you have been asking about our new signature hair color technique, which is eclipting. So I thought I'd make a little video. I thought I'd get in one of my friends, we'd have a bit of a laugh, we'd have some fun, and I could show you how the technique's done in real life. One of the most important things before you start coloring anybody's hair is really understanding the history of what's gone on with the hair color. So it's really important to have that consultation. I mean, for me, it's easy because I know Laura and I know what she's been doing over the last year or so. But it's really to understand not what's just been done the last application of color, but what's going on throughout that whole strand of hair. First thing we're going to do is section out that top section. So we want to take a circular shape that works around underneath that point of distribution, and we're going to stop that between 2 and 3 inches from the front. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take out that fringe section. So this is where she kind of wears that more sweeping front area when she's not with that center parting. So we're just going to sort of section out where that fringe area would be. To start, we're going to section that into quadrants, and this is where we're going to work our deposit only color through. So starting at the nape of the neck through here, we're just going to take that first section, clip the rest of that hair up and out of the way, and start to apply our color. So we're working, as I said, just with a 5YO to even out the color and give us a nice shine through the hair. So now we've finished that application through there, painting it all down onto those foils. What we want to do is just make sure that that hair, especially through here, is just covered. So then when we come to start to work through the top, we can just work quickly and easily and without worrying about getting those ends onto that hair that we have just colored. Now we're going to move on to the front of Laura's hair. Starting with this front area, this is where we're going to place our darkest color on our technique. We're not going really dark, we're just going a level darker than what we did through the underneath. And what we're going to do is just work on a level 4. So again, I'm working with a deposit only color. Taking this section through the fringe, we're going to subdivide into 2, like so, and I'm just going to clip that one back to keep it out of our way. Starting through one side of that section, we're going to take nice, big, deep V sections, and depending how much blonde we want to see through the hair is how big we're going to take these sections. Once we've taken that, we're going to gently backcomb at the root a little bit, and this is going to help diffuse our colors. So taking our color that we used through the underneath here, through here, so working with our 5. Now we want to check that we've taken that to the right area. I'm just going to gently bring that down. It comes level with Laura's eyes, so that's where I want to start blending our color. So now I'm going to start applying my lightening product through here. So I'm using enlightener, and we've just mixed that with 10 volume. So we don't want crazy lift on that, and what that's going to do is give us that nice gentle lift through the ends and not work too fast that we have to worry about processing. Next thing we're going to do is this is where we're using this technique to blend our colors. So we're going to twist that hair all the way through, especially through that lightened area. And then taking our color, we're just going to reapply through the mid-lengths and ends to make sure it's got nice coverage. And then what we very simply do is just paint up over that top of that twist, and that's going to help give us that really lovely blended feel to Laura's hair. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a foil. We're just going to place that under like so. We're just going to twist that around, taking, again, our colour to make sure we've got nice coverage on those ends and working that so it's not touching one another. To secure that, we're just going to place another foil over the top. So coming on to this last section through the top, this is where it's going to sit over the top of Laura's hair if she wears it to the side. So we want to create a little bit of softness over those nice big triangular sections we've taken. So to create that, we're going to take this, we're going to take a nice chunky weave through here. And then very simply what we're going to do is we're just going to put a foil through the underneath. We're going to put our 5YO through that mid-lengths and ends again. And then we're going to blend those colours together. Now, to create that nice blend through there, what we're going to do is we don't want to create a harsh line. So the way I find it easiest is I just take some product on the end of my brush, work it at an angle and just bring it down to blend those two colours together. So it just gives you that nice shape so you'll get that nice soft transition of one colour to the next. So to finish off that area, what we're now going to do is just go between those foils and paint through there, scalped ends with our 5YO. So now we've taken that colour all through the remaining hair on the fringe. We're now going to work through our circular section through the top. So now taking that down, we're just again going to use the pin of our pintail comb to just section this into quadrants. Starting at the back here, again, we want to back comb at the root. So I'm just going to split that section into two. And so I can just gently back comb through there. And then again, we're working with our colour that we worked through this underneath, so our 5YO deposit only. And we're going to apply this through our hair to where we want to start seeing that lighter area. We're going to go back to working with our enlightener. And again, making sure that we saturate that hair enough so we get that lift that we're looking for. And then once we've done that, I'm going to put the sections together and then we're going to twist to do that nice eclipting blend of colours through the hair. Once we have twisted that all the way down, as we did before, we're just going to use that to colour over the top of that twist gently. Once we've done that, I'm just going to take a foil and I'm just going to lay those ends onto the foil. So now we've finished our application, you can start to see what that's going to look like as it processes. But we're going to leave it for 20 minutes and then we're going to have a look at it. Whether those ends are light enough or not, we're going to see then. And then what we're going to do is once we've rinsed that out, that's when we're going to start to decide what we want to tone those ends with. So I don't tend to choose my toners till after we've lightened the hair. We wash it off, we look at it, because then we can make sure that we formulate our toner to be the perfect shade for what we're putting it onto. So we just got Laura back from shampooing and toning. So we'd lifted her to kind of an orange yellow, and then what we wanted to do over the top was just soften that out a little bit, and you'll see it when it was dry. But we just really went through with a level 8 deposit only through that, just to knock off that brassiness. We wanted to keep it a nice soft caramelly colour. So just by using that 8N on its own, it just sat over that natural remaining pigment and softened the whole look out. So all that's left now is let's get her dried off, and then we can see the finished result. So we've got Laura back from being dried now, so you can see the kind of finished result once we've finished toning it and styling it. So just really to kind of give you an all overview through there, you can start to see how we have that really nice seamless blend of those colours as we run through the hair, how that transitions from the darker to the light, nice and fluidly. So hopefully now you've seen Laura's look, it's got you excited to try our exclusive eclipting technique. So hopefully you'll have fun with it, play around with it. There's loads of different variations you can do with it, whether it's something softer, more commercial like this, whether it's more fun colours, whatever you want to do. It's a really great way of introducing colour to your guests or giving your guests a completely new look. So I hope you like it, I hope you try it, and me and the gorgeous Laura will see you all soon. Thank you.